Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Akakwadash, the honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the truth and the sound doctrine. This is going to be a really quick video. God doesn't spare women and children. Okay, the Most High doesn't spare women and children, because you have this thing, in this society where it's you gotta save the women and the children, all right? And see, that's what I mean by men aren't looked at as people. When a disaster happens, and when something happens, usually it is actually they got it all messed up. The men are supposed to go with their wives and their children, all right? We see all of a sudden we're men when the society wants us to be men, or so-called men, okay? But when it comes to anything else, we just ain't shit. We supposed to be the protector and the provider of the households and stuff like that. But any other time, we ain't shit. But then you got the women out here that aren't women. They claim that we're equal, but you still, to this day, you still have this thing with the women and the children, right? Even though we're so-called equal. But got news for you, man. The Lord doesn't spare women and children. And see, this is why when we like last week, this woman came up with this arrogant, proud attitude, man. All we was doing was telling her, and then she just got off with this arrogant, proud ass attitude. And she came up, she just kept going off with the mouth. We didn't say shit wrong to her. Just kept going off with the mouth, and she said, well, I really don't want to say nothing else because it seemed like y'all got the answers. Y'all got the answers. And the elder said, well, yeah, we do got the answers. See, this, and he was explaining to her, this is why the scriptures say, let your woman keep silence in the church. All right. But, and then that's when she walked off. Of course she going to walk off, man. Because she ain't used to that. What did Isaiah 58 and 1 say, man? Cry aloud, spare not, right? So you got these other Israelite camps out here that try to, sister, and they no, man, no. You come up in order or you don't. But they don't do that to the men, though. They say the men, man, you just bugged out, right? But anyway, really quick video, okay? 2 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 13. That whosoever would not seek the Lord God of Israel, all right, shall be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. Okay, so it said whether small or great, whether man or woman. And right along with the woman is the children. I'm going to get that. There's so many scriptures that prove this. But all you got to do is look out, or look on social media, and you see what the hell is going on. Kids are getting shot now. Guys, who did it? The Lord. Women are getting shot up now. Guys, who's doing it? The Lord. So you want equality, you get equality, right? The Lord is not about that spare the women and the children. That doesn't matter, right? You see, the life or death, that's all it is, man. It don't matter who the hell you are, whether you man, woman, or child, don't matter. Old, don't matter, man. Well, especially if you're old, you got all those sins on you, especially then. But you got these people out here, the children. See, this is where spirituality comes in, man, and that the reincarnation thing and all that, man, right? The children are innocent. Let me tell you something, man. Nobody's innocent. Your little infants, right? Your little infants, they're not innocent. They may have not did anything yet in this life, right? But you got to remember the past life. You know what I'm saying? So nobody is innocent. If there was one innocent Israelite today, right? If there was one innocent Israelite today, they wouldn't be here. I mean, they would have never been born here. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's innocent. If you're here, or if you're born here, right, you're not innocent. And I'm not talking about here in America. I'm talking about here on this earth right now, man. Because Israelites are put here on this earth to be what? As of for right now, servants, punishment. You're not innocent, okay? So it said whether small or great, man or woman, you could be homeless. There's a reason why you're homeless. right? Everybody talks about you got to feel sorry for the homeless and stuff like that. Well, the Lord is the one that made them homeless for a reason. If you're homeless, it's for a reason, man. You know what I'm saying? Right? And you still, if you still don't, like we got this homeless guy that walked by he kind of grimy though. You know, got a grimy ass attitude, talking shit on another homeless guy that was sitting there a couple months ago. Every week, you know, and we done already told him, man. He stopped up one time, two times, no, maybe even three times, right? Maybe even more than that. We already told him multiple times, man. Look, this is what it is. That's what it is. And you know, he comes back with a cross around his neck and stuff like that. This is why the Lord made you dumbass homeless, man. Right? It can happen to any one of us, but it's like that could very well be one of the main reasons. Because you still believing in Christianity and believing in a society that made you homeless, man. Right? So no matter whether you small or great, no matter whether you rich or poor, free or bond, you're still going to receive judgment, no matter whether you male or female, right? You're still gonna receive that judgment, right? And this is why we warn you women out there, all right? Y'all better straighten up, man, because shit is getting ready to get real. Y'all don't want to believe it because you don't think. You don't think about the future. You think about now, 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 and this is why a lot of y'all that took that injection because you thought about now, 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 but you don't think about the future. See, men and women, we think differently. All right. We think differently. We pretty much think about everything. So that whole lie about women are well, we're just stronger physically, mentally, we're equal or they're even better. That's a damn lie, man. Because look at how they think. If they're so mentally strong, how come they can't keep a relationship for 6 months? How come they always jumping from man to man to man to man? Right? You know what I'm saying? So if they're so intellectually strong, right? How come they always having eviction notices? How come they always just running the child support? They're spoiled. That's all it is, man. They're spoiled. That's all the hell it is. And of course, they're being educated by this system. But this is again, man. This is why we warn you, man, because the Lord is not with that whole spirit of woman and the child. Have mercy on the woman and the child, but the man just whatever. It ain't with that, man. It ain't like that. All right. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. Now I go into this story a lot, man, because it's so relevant to a lot of different things. Okay. Um, you know, the six men, the five men, I mean the one man with the inkhorn. Uh let's read this verse real quick and it's gonna, explain the one man with the inkhorn. All right. It says it up here, but I kind of want to get to the main point. Like I said, this is gonna be it's a really quick video. In fact, it went on a little longer than I thought actually. But that just happens. Um, this is Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. It says, and the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So he was talking to that one man with the inkhorn. He went, to the midst of the city. All right. Because there's going to be a great slaughter, as these verses are going to explain. All right, the 5 men are going to go slaughter, but he set this guy with the inkhorn. He set the mark upon the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done thereof. All right, now mind you, it said the men. Okay, see, this society got it all backwards. See, if this was today's society, it would say set a mark on a women and their children's head that sigh and that cry for all the abominations. But no, when you talk about the man, see, this is why a lot of times, man, when things happen, the men are supposed to go with their families as well, man. All right, because when you talk about the man, all right, you're talking about the woman and you're talking about the children. But this society has it all backwards. When you talk about the woman, you're talking about the man and the children. But you could say that because, once you're married, that man and that woman is one flesh, but they still got it all backwards because that woman is not the head of the household. Right? That woman is not head of the household. The man is. All right? So notice how it puts men first, because that's how it usually is supposed to be. You got these men talking about happy wife, happy life. But shouldn't it be happy household? You never hear women out here say, well, happy husband, happy life, or whatever, man. It don't gotta match. You know? Let's say happy spouse, happy house. Let's just say that. Because you're both supposed to be happy. Right? But this society always says, well, no, the woman is supposed to be happy, and then, once the woman is happy, then the man says, that's not exactly the case. No. It's not all the case. It's not, no. You got men out here buying women cards and stuff like that, and these women still talk shit on them. That doesn't make the man happy. That makes the woman happy. That's for her benefit. That ain't for his benefit. That ain't for their. That ain't both for both their benefit. You know what I'm saying? So no, that's never exactly the case. Okay. Anyway, so that's the man with the ink on. It's verse 5. It says, and to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the midst. It's like it. Go ye after him through the city and smite. All right. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Okay. So it said to the others, meaning the 5 others. All right. He said, go ye after him through the city and smite, meaning kill. Okay. Obviously. It says, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Did you notice that it didn't say slay men? You know what I'm saying? Did you notice that? Obviously, they slew men. Obviously, they would have to. All right, but since there's always been a sort of a soft spot for women and children, the Lord told them, don't pity, right? Don't have pity, right? And don't spare. Slay utterly old. So you got these old, the fragile old ladies. You know what I'm saying? That would probably, with the walkers and the canes and stuff like that, right? And young, old and young, don't matter. Both maids and little children and women. So the Lord never spared women and children, right? The Lord has never spared women and children. And this is why we out there doing the work, man. We don't give a goddamn if you're a man. We don't give a goddamn if you're a woman. You're still going to talk to you the same exact way. So all you women out there, he ain't going to talk to me like that. Do not come up to our camp then, man. Do not come up to our camps. Don't do it. Or you're going to be taught to a certain way that you're probably not going to like. Guess what? We don't care. Respect the sister. Respect the sister. But she could come up and talk shit. She come up with this loud ass mouth and start running off with the mouth. And we don't even have to say nothing wrong. She could do that. We correct her. And here come all the simps. Don't talk to your sister that way. Don't talk to a woman that way. Well, did she know that she was a woman? I mean, I'm just, I'm just wondering, did she know that she was a woman before she started talking to me like that? Listen, at the end of the day, man, these women are not taught respect, like, at all. You know what I'm saying? They're not taught really anything about respect. They're just given everything that's spoiled. That's just what it is. All right. But again, man, the Lord doesn't spare women and children. Okay. It says, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. Okay. And begin at my sanctuary. All right. Then they began at this ancient men. All right. Which were before the house. So, like I said, man, it is what it is, man. The Lord doesn't spare, okay, women and children. So, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Shalom.